Today I'm going to show you the male stripper thrust dance move, okay? Now, I call it this because quite literally the only people I've ever seen do this dance move are male strippers or people dancing like male strippers. So it just makes sense to call it that. And this is how you do it. It's really easy, guys, all right? So let's drop down to the floor. I'm going to show you how to do this. So you want to start off in a bridge position, yeah? So bridge position being hands back here, yeah? And then holding your hips nice and high. Now, with this move, your hips are going to be kind of moving from low to high to low to high. So it's like that exercise, hip thrusts, that you do in the gym. But we're literally doing it as a dance move by kind of opening our knees at the same time that we thrust, yeah? And as our hips come up in the air, our knees come together and we drop our hips, yeah? So we have this movement and this movement happening at the same time. Now that's the key thing to remember here. They're both happening together, yeah? So you've got to make sure you get the body coordination of the two different movements perfect in order to make this move look really good as opposed to looking really bad. This is what good ones look like. So I'm dropping my hips, and as I push up, I open my knees. As my hips come to the top, I bring my knees together and they close as my hips drop again, okay? Now I like to keep my pivoting here on my heels, okay? So I like to keep the main of my body weight driving through my heels. This allows me to open and close my knees a lot easier using the pivoting action from the heels. Now, second point, this is really important point. Little pro tip here. A lot of people, when they do this movement, their legs are too far apart, okay? So what happens when you do that is it ends up looking really goofy, yeah? So here's the legs wide apart. You can't get much movement happening with the knees, okay? But if you bring those feet together, you can really emphasize the movement here, okay, with your knees, and therefore making it look a lot more fluid, a lot more sexy, all right? Now the last little point I want to show to you as well is try and add some movement with the spine, yeah? Especially your lower back. Really move those lower vertebrae like you're doing a body roll up into the thrust. Now these are all really crucial little details to make this move look a lot better, yeah? So see how I'm caving my chest in a little bit as I drop, and then I'm pushing my chest out as I come up. So that's how you do the male stripper thrusts. So now that you guys have learned how to do the move, I want you to practice along with me, yeah? So I'm gonna count you in. I want you to get into position. So let's drop down to the ground right now. Okay, now let's do a check. Are your feet together? Cool. All right, let's start up in a nice high position. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah? So we're taking 2 counts to do the movement. One more time. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, let's do the movement in 1 count. 8 times. You ready? 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that was double time. A little harder there. Feel free to rewind that exercise and continue practicing until you perfect it. Now I'm going to show you some examples of how you can use it in your dancing. And also, for the online course members, I'm going to show you a few more bonus little tips on how to transition into that position. Because it's cool knowing how to do the move, but what's more important is knowing how you can get into that move without looking goofy and looking real stylish and sexy while you do it, yeah? So, check this out. Whoopsie daisies. Looks like that is enough for this free video, but the full video will be available online in my mentor program. So I highly recommend you guys check that out if you haven't already. It's crazy value. It's a one-time payment for lifetime access. Get on it. Link is in the description below.